It's the 3rd of February. I'm on the 0927 from Doncaster to Sheffield where I'm going to meet up with Erik and Ron. Erik doesn't arrive until 1 minute to 11. This train arrives at Sheffield at 10:05, so I've got 54 minutes at Sheffield to have a look around. So join me there when I eventually get there. Arrived at Sheffield on time. It's just gone 10:05. That train behind me is the one I've just caught from Doncaster. And what I plan to do is try and see how many of the trains that arrive and depart from Sheffield between now and 10:59 I can capture. I've worked out that there's 40 train movements in the next 59 minutes, so that's pretty busy, and there's a substantial number of platforms at this station. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7, 8, 9 platform faces. So just leaving now is the 10:06, which is going to Leeds, I believe, and coming over the other side is a cross-country train, which I can't remember where it's going. But I'll tell you in a minute. So here goes the. So there goes the Leeds train. I need to get my little book out where I've written down all these train times and where they're going. That is the cross-country train that's just arrived. It's not registered in my book, so maybe it's running late. I don't know. We'll see if we can find out. Okay, this is the next train to depart. This is the 10:08 stock movement. This is going out of Sheffield. It's going to turn around and come back at 10:33. There's 12 platform faces, which includes 3 bays. But there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 actual platforms ranging from 1A to 8A. 10:10 Cleethorpes to Manchester Airport Apennine Express. And I've now got to get to platform 6A, 10:11 Apennine Express, Cleethorpes to Manchester Airport, and I'm currently on platform 6A. There's quite a lot of people waiting for this train. 10:14 to Leeds, that's on platform 1A, and then round here is the 10:14 to Manchester Piccadilly, which goes through the Hope Valley line, which is the one I went on before Christmas. Oh well, that was quite successful. Be interesting to see whether I can catch them post departing. So there goes the 10:14 to Leeds, and then departing just behind the Manchester Piccadilly train is the Apennine Express, which we just saw on platform 1B, which is going to Cleethorpes. Okay, so the Manchester Piccadilly one is running late, so I've now got to get down to see the 10:19 from Bridlington arrive at platform 4A. So this is the 10:19 from Bridlington. Obviously missed it arriving. That is now going to form the 10:41 to Bridlington. And over here on platform 2B is the 10:18, which is the Northern Service Nottingham to Leeds. Express it says there. There we go. That one's now departing. What's next? Right, so the 10:21 to Edinburgh, scheduled from platform 2A, has now been moved to platform 2B, hence all the passengers moving. Okay, so that's cross-country train arriving now, platform 6 is the Edinburgh to Reading service. Just arriving there on platform 2B is the cross-country service to Edinburgh at 10:21. It's 4 coaches long. There's loads of people on the platform here, and I expect the train's packed already. So it's don't think the trolley service is going to be that effective. Now the other train there, which is this one here, 144013, this is the 1024 to Scunthorpe. Right, a little bit of a breather for those trains to part. Oh no, over here, that is that cross-country train that arrived a little while ago, which is going to, where's that one going to? That one is going to Reading. It's due to depart at 10:24. This is the 10:29 to St Pancras.
See it, say it, sorted.
Well, that didn't last long. Meanwhile, arriving behind me is the train from Huddersfield. So that's going to form the 10:36 back to Huddersfield. Okay, so it's leaving now on time. Right, this is the East Midlands unit we saw leaving at 10:08 from platform 2B. It's now arriving again 10:33 at platform 6, and it would ultimately end up being the 10:49 to St Pancras. The train arriving here would be the East Midlands train, 10:34 Liverpool Street, Lime Street to Norwich. The 10:36 Huddersfield has now got the green light, and just waiting for that one to depart. It's a tram going just above the 10:36. Someone. So there goes the Midlands train. It's going somewhere which I've forgotten. 36, no, 33, no, can't remember. And then arriving here is the 10:37 from Leeds, which will form the 10:50 to Leeds. Right, now I've got to get over to platform 8. So, this is the 10:44 Scunthorpe to Lincoln. No, it's not, because I'm on platform 6. 10:40 Norwich to Liverpool, Lime Street, leaving at 10:40 from platform 8A. Eventually. As I said, there's 40 train movements in the time I'm here at the station. There's 2 train movements, which is that East Midlands train that went out and came back in again. There's 9 starts from the station. There's 12 coming in and going out from the station, and there's 5 terminating trains. If I captured all these quickly, I'll try and add them all up and make sure I see if I got it right. So anyway, so that's that one. That East Midlands train that left at 10:34, which I couldn't remember what it was in fact the Liverpool Lime Street to Norwich service. The counterparty to that one, which I've just seen leave. I just missed the departure of the 10:41 to Bridlington. I couldn't get my camera up in time. Okay, I missed this one arriving because I was over on the other platform, but this is the 10:41 from St Pancras, which will now rest here and form a later service which is outside of my time zone. The arrival of the 10:53 departure, Lincoln to Ardwick, which is the train I took half an hour with them. 10:44, which is due from platform 8A, Scunthorpe to Lincoln Central. Don't remember seeing it, don't remember being out, so I have to check that up later. Anyway, the next one I'm waiting for departure is the 10:40. No, I've done that one. Next one is the, oh god. Well, the next one is the 10:49 to St Pancras, which is that one. Closely followed by the 10:50 to Leeds, which is that one, but we've already seen that one. St Pancras train has got the green light and it's off. Leeds train, the 10:50. There's one train missing at the moment, it's the 10:47, East Leeds to Newcastle, which is running 6 minutes late, during on platform 1. By the reaction of the passengers I can see on platform 1, it looks like it could be arriving. So that's to the end of platforms 4 and 5. Just take a breather. And hopefully I can see this cross-country train coming. Thing is, some trains come in one way and they go out exactly the same way. And if it's hidden behind another train, it's difficult to capture it. But I'm pretty certain, or in fact I know, that this cross-country train will go out this way because it's going via Doncaster and York. Some other statistics which I've got regarding the trains that I'm watching through this. Oh, hello. Here comes a cross-country train. Wasn't expecting this one. Oh yes I was. It's the 10. This is the 10:55 Glasgow Central to Exeter St David's arriving. As I was going to say, yeah, during this period as I'm here, the different types of trains, not the classes because I couldn't possibly work that out, but there's been 14 Northern trains. There's been 6 East Midlands trains, 2 Trans-Pennine Express trains and 3 cross-country trains. Well, that's what's supposed to have happened. Obviously, for some reason I seem to have missed an East Midlands train, Scunthorpe to Lincoln. That's the delayed cross-country train Eastleigh to Newcastle, which is going into platform A. So we should see that depart in a few minutes. So here's a diagram of the platform layout here at Sheffield Station. As you can see, quite a lot of platform faces, and there's actually a lot of lines running through this station. I'll have to see whether I can get grab a picture of Wikipedia because they've actually got all the lines. There's quite some crossovers and all sorts of things. It's very interesting. Something's arriving behind me. This is the arrival of the 10:56 from Leeds 3B. And there we are, there's the East Leeds to Newcastle cross-country train. Sneaking out there, out of platform 8A, is the... which one was that? But that was the Glasgow Central to Exeter St David's, the Newcastle service. And I think the 10:59 has arrived from St Pancras, which is the train I'm supposed to be meeting Erik from. I've been waiting for. This is in fact the 10:59 arriving from St Pancras. It's the one which I'm expecting to see Erik just while this is arriving. I've worked out that all these trains I've seen stop at a total of 19 different stations. Shall I read them out for you? No, I won't read them out for you. So I'm waiting now for the 10:53 to park. I'm going to turn around. I've seen this one arrive. And there's just coming in on the right is that 10:59. Wow, what? That has just flown by, that 56 minutes, been remarkably hectic. My exercise for today was pretty exhausting and certainly used up, well, the time went really quickly, so that's the end of the day and I'll see you next time. Cheerio.